Hi, all. So, I want to talk today about opportunities. We all are presented with opportunities. Some days, we just don't recognize them as opportunities. But see, the greatness about opportunities is that we have to pay attention to take advantage of opportunity. And you know, I'm a big believer as a Buddhist in paying attention. Now, opportunities often hide themselves in difficulty. And I've talked about this before. Sometimes within difficulty, we will find opportunities. My grandfather was a great example. I love the man to death. He had a drinking problem. He taught me much more than my father ever could. He was a great example and a wise man. But he ended every day with a small bottle of liquor, a moon pie, and a soda. And every day as I got older and I lived with him for a while and learned to drive, and he allowed me to drive him around, I started having to stop each day on our way home from work and let him purchase his liquor, his Coke, and his moon pie. And I did so. I always thought, well, I don't really like contributing to the problem here. But I didn't know what to do about it. I was a very young man. Just got my driver's license, so 16. And then the day came to me, I was given an opportunity. What better opportunity to talk to your grandfather about his drinking than when you stop off at the liquor store for him to pick up his drinks? And I did. He came out with his little brown bag and his Coke and his moon pie. And I wouldn't crank the car. And I said, Papa, I love you. And I just want to take this moment to tell you that. And I also want to tell you that your drinking is bothering me. I love you dearly, and I want you here with me. I don't want to see you drink yourself to death. He also smoked at the time, so he lit a cigarette. He stared out the window, and I thought he was fixing to lay into me and tell me it was none of my business. But he looked at me, and he turned around, and he was crying. And I think for that brief moment, I was a little voice of reality in his life. And that day, he didn't have a drink. Now, I wish I could end this story and tell you something great, that he never drank again. He did not. He drank himself to death. But ever since that one conversation and that one day, we had a different relationship. He approached me differently. He did drink just a little less. And he tried to be more with me instead of zonked out around me. We enjoyed many a Braves game on TV together. We walked around the farm, and he showed me all his efforts with the garden, tomatoes, his grapevines, and we had a better relationship. But I had to do the hard thing. I had to call him out and have a talk. So, we're all presented with these opportunities each and every day, just like that. Are we brave enough to stand up? Are we brave enough to be the light in someone else's life? Or just be the voice? If not, I think we should think about that. I think we should find a way to lovingly be that when we need to be that. We should be present not only for ourselves, but for others. And in the end, whether we see it or recognize it, we can and will make a difference. So take that around, think on it today, and in some small way, try to recognize the difference you can be for your life and others. As always, peace and love, Jim.